Bonjour, ça va? Je m'appelle Yungblud. Oh, we do meet again. I am very well. What a beautiful time I have had in Paris. What an absolutely beautiful time I've had in Paris. I'm literally about to leave tomorrow and I don't want to go. Dude, it was absolutely mental. I think, like, these were truly some of my favourite gigs I've ever done, I think. It was a real moment. I don't know why. I think a venue with so much history where so many of my favourite artists, I'm talking about Olympia, had played, and for it to be that loud and that crazy, the manager was like, I have never seen Olympiad bounce like that. It was just magical, you know. It was crazy. Oh yeah, it was mental. And I think I have such a big, beautiful connection with this country. I think I just feel it. I think as I say, like, I think French youth and French people connect to Yungblud a lot because as a population, it's written in your history that you have something to say, you have an opinion. Like, nobody protests like the French, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's why we connect so much, because of what the songs are about, and this passion and this idea that we come together, thousands of us, and fight and fight for, like, love, man, and acceptance. You know what I mean? I count down the minutes till our bus rolls into Paris, or rolls into Bordeaux, or rolls into Lille, or rolls into France in general, you know? I think there is such a beauty within our generation right now, where what makes us different to previous generations is we have the internet. So the world got smaller, and as a generation in general, it's not just about what's going on in our country anymore, it's about what's going on in the world. Like, even last night we were screaming for the Ukraine together, because it needs it. We need to fight for love, we need to fight for peace, and we need to fight for each other. We need to uplift each other and hold each other tight and make sure that we're safe and we're protected as a generation. I genuinely believe that with my whole being, man.
I've been dancing at my funeral, waiting for you to arrive. I was hoping you'd look beautiful, dancing with tears in your eyes.
100%. I think that is what this whole thing is about. And I think moving into the third album, I am lucky enough to have a third album. You know what I mean? I think, and when that happens, I think you really find out who you are as an artist. And I think the world a lot of people questioned what Yungblud meant or what Yungblud is, and I think with this album I want to really ensue and really radiate that Yungblud isn't about me as a person. Yungblud is an idea that I turn to, that you turn to, that it's an invitation. You know what I mean? It's an invitation to a place where you can genuinely exist as yourself, without censorship, without conformity, without judgment. You will be loved for being who you are. And it's just, I just feel so lucky going into my next album. I'm ready to sing about myself. I'm ready to sing about things in my heart that are 7 layers down, and I think this album is gonna be about you just as much as it's about me, because it led me full circle. I feel like I'm 15 again, being misunderstood by the world, you know, and I've asked the same question for my whole career, and I will ask it till probably the last breath leaves my body. I feel like this. Does anybody else feel like this too? Do you know what I mean? That's what I think the foundation of Yungblud is. Like, when you come to see a show, it's not about the performance I'm giving. Yeah, that's an element of it, but it's far more interesting to watch the crowd. And I think the thing about what makes this interesting is the connection between us all and every single person in the room. You're not coming to the show to be like, oh, I'm going to watch a banger. You're coming to the show to scream for the first time, I am who I am. I love you. I've never even met you. I love you. You look sick. I've never even met you. That's what I wanted it to be. That's what I want it to continue to be. A family and an energy, because energy can't lie and energy cannot be destroyed. That's science, man. That's that every single one of us is extraordinary. Every single one of us is unique and special and beautiful. The thing about it is, I think there's a lot more love in this world than there is hate. We just gotta fight for it, and we just gotta look for it, and I've got to not take no for an answer with it, you know. I think like the biggest misconception about us and Yungblud as a whole is that it's not real. But all I would say is, come to a show and you'll never experience anything more real in your entire life. It's like a slap in the face, like a drink of water. It's like oxygen. It's as literally as fucking real as that. That's it. It's like, the reason why I wanted to start this was to find some mates who would share a similar ideology to me. And it's getting bigger and bigger every day, and I can't fucking believe it. You know what I mean? It's just like, wow. Like, I was absolutely taken aback the past couple of nights. It was just so loud and so beautiful, and everybody, sorry, I just had a glass of Coke. Everybody just loved each other so much, and was making sure everyone was like looking after each other, because it's energetic, it's loud, there's pits, there's jumping, but it's never violent. It's always love. You know what I mean? If someone goes down, we stop the show. We make sure everyone's okay. We make sure everyone has a good time. We make sure everyone feels electric. I think that's it. I think, like, as I say with this album, I needed to show my soul. You know, I mean, I really needed to kind of just be like, this is who I am, because I used to kind of go like, hello, I'm Yungblud, please love me, and some people don't, and that hurts, but they're not meant to. Show who you are, and the people who are supposed to relate to you will relate to you. If you're 60% yourself, then you'll only find people who are 60% right for you, because they don't see or they don't get the other 40%. But that other 40% could be the fundamental values of what makes you brilliant and what makes you beautiful. So never hide that. And I think with this next album, it almost feels like my first album I'm putting out to the world, because it's like one piece of art. It's a cohesive story where, and I'll probably feel like this for every album I put out, but 21st Century Liability was a collection of thoughts about the world that I was mad at. Weird was a collection of stories from the most brilliant, beautiful people I've met across the world, and an idea of what Yungblud was building up to be. And this next record, it feels like I know what it is right now, and obviously it will change, because that is human nature. We grow together, and we love together, and we love what we become, and we change, and we adapt, and we move, you know. But this record, man, I think it's one. It's what it feels like. Everything merges into each other, and everything. It's almost like you press play, and you stop it after the last song, and it feels like one idea, you know. Because the difference between the first two records was I was telling the truth completely in that moment, even if I didn't mean it next year. But it was always the truth. It was always the truth in that moment, in that specific place. That's what I was talking about. But with this album, I got to bathe in the emotion. I got to question it. I got to question my own feelings as I was having them, and then settle with an answer that provided another question. So I think I'm really excited for everyone to hear this album, because it really asks the question, who is Yungblud? And it provides the answer. It's like, I don't know, what is it to you? Do you know what I mean? It's you, it's me. I can't answer that for you. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't be like, this is Yungblud, because it means something different to me than it does to you. But it's the most relatable thing in the world, because it's like that thing that's unsaid, but you get it, right? Yeah, I get it. Oh, I don't get it. But people who get it just get it. And that sounds crazy, but you know what I'm saying? Completely. That's it. It's about a snapshot of a beautiful family growing up together, and growing up protected and loved and seen and listened to and encouraged to use the voice that we've all got. Obviously an album, lots of collaborations, touring forever, movies, fashion, and just me being an idiot on the internet every day. I'm Yungblud, and my album Yungblud is out on September 2nd.